out-of-body experience.
Welcome to the Brothers of Wrestling podcast.
Welcome back to the Brothers Wrestling Podcast with your host, Logan and...
How you doing?
And welcome to another episode of Lucha Underground Recap Wrestling Rewind, where we go back to the temple. This is episode number 4 of season 1, Thrill of the Hunt.
Ooh.
And this one has a sneaky good Pentagon Ray Phoenix match that we'll talk about in a second. Pretty decent match, or pretty decent episode.
Sneaky it is.
Pretty decent
Pretty
episode,
amazing.
Hayde. Let's talk about it. We kick off the show with Matt Striker. They had a promo or a recap of what happened,
Yep.
building up
Recap of last week.
to build up what happened with Mundo and Big Rick, how we got to the main event tonight. And then they kick off with Striker and Vampiro talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have them talking about kind of what went down and all that stuff, and then they go straight to Sexy Star in the ring.
Yep.
And that she has cuts a little promo in there talking about how she's going to take out Chavo for what he did to Blue Demon Jr., and she's going to
And
finish
Masquerita.
the Guerrero line. Yep, and Masquerita. So she's going to take out the Guerrero line.
Yep.
That's one of the things she said. And then we get Evilise coming out, which they wrestled, what was that, last week?
Yeah, I think it was last
2
week.
weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. And she comes out and she calls her out and tells her she's crying and that she doesn't belong with the men, luchadors. And this is really your first taste of the luchadore
Yeah, we haven't really got one-on-one like that.
So this is your first taste of that. They don't really have a lot of them. This is about the only
True.
two they have.
True.
So you're gonna get that as your opening match. It's a pretty good match actually. They have a lot of good back and forth.
Mhm.
Where I thought Sexy was gonna win, and Evilise was gonna win. Evilise was talking to her the whole match.
Yep.
But it ends up Sexy ends up getting the win.
It'll roll up.
And pinning her out of nowhere and picking up the victory there. So they're showing you they're going to start establishing Sexy Star.
Yeah, she's gonna become one of the
big
big
time
names.
player. Yeah, so you get that match to start it out. Now I got to try to remember where they go from here.
We go backstage to Drago.
Oh, that's right. Drago's first. Yeah, Drago's looking in the mirror, probably wondering how he got all that makeup on.
He's in the grungy bathroom they got.
Yeah, I love the low light areas where you can't even see anything. And you got Cueto talking to him and saying that he wasn't really impressed with Drago because he doesn't know what he is. He didn't win or he didn't lose.
Yep.
So what's the real point of Drago?
He's improving
And,
himself.
Yeah, he's got to prove himself tonight. And so then he gives you kind of a hint. Does he say King Cuerno, or does he just give you a hint at who it's going to be?
I think he actually says his name.
I think he said it, yeah. And so they tell you that match is going to come up later on tonight, King Cuerno's debut.
That's why the episode's
one of my
called
favorites.
Thrill of the Hunt.
Yeah, one of my favorites. Then we go. Did we go back to the ring?
Yep, back to the ring. Crowd's booing Pentagon.
Yeah, Pentagon's out there. Basically says that no one trusted him, no one believed in him, respected him in Mexico. Not even the other Pentagons did. And so he was ticked off about it. He's thanks Cueto for giving him a chance in Lucha Underground. And then we have Phoenix come out. Now, I don't think ever in Lucha they ever acknowledge that they're brothers.
No, I don't think they ever acknowledge it.
Yeah, I don't even think they ever say that. So we know now that they're brothers.
I don't think I knew, at least at the time.
Yeah,
you might have told me later, but
so this is a big time match, and it really just blows you away when you watch this.
Yeah, these two are fantastic.
It's the second match on this card of 4 matches, and you really it's just kind of hidden in there. But I mean, this is the best match Lucha Underground's had so far, even better than the Triple Threat last week. They just have so much chemistry, obviously, and so many good transitions into moves. I'm trying to remember. Phoenix had that one crazy spot.
He jumped out of the ring on him, I think.
Yeah, he did that, but he had the spot where he uh, he does like that springboard where he like goes to the second rope and then back up.
Yeah, yeah.
And didn't he hit it? Wasn't it a Hurricane Rana or something off of the top when Pentagon was standing up there on the top? Yeah, and so he hit him with that. Um, Eventually, he hit him, finished him off with the Spanish Fly off the top.
That was nice, yeah.
But the pin was pretty rough. That's the one thing that ruined that match for me. His shoulder was way off.
Yeah, yeah.
Like his shoulder was way up.
What are you
Now
gonna
that Spanish Fly was an awkward pin. The ref was on the other side, so it's not that big a deal. But totally like way up in the air. Not even on purpose. Like he's not doing it on purpose. He's just the way they rolled up.
Yeah,
It just happened to roll up.
it's whatever.
But yeah, it is. The match was great. They had so much chemistry. They were hitting so many big time moves. Like they were hitting all the classics they have.
I did notice
in that match.
in this episode more than I've noticed in the previous couple episodes. Back in 2014, Pentagon a little chunky. He's got.
Yeah, Pentagon was nowhere near his prime.
He's lean. He's leaned out nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was nowhere near his prime at this point. He kind of started to maneuver that way because of Lucha Underground. He was a very B-C player before that.
He was a
He
little pudgy.
wasn't thought about as a main event guy at this time. That's why they're in the second match of the night. But Phoenix ends up winning, and you can tell they're really trying to push him as one of their main event stars. So then we get I can't remember.
It's the King Cuerno promo or video.
Oh yes, they do the video package for Cuerno, talking about how he's a hunter. He hunts large prey, stuff like that.
And he's hunting a dragon.
He's coming to Lucha Underground to take his titles and take his prizes. So they do that. Is that before they go to the next match? Isn't they do the Conan Puma thing?
No, I think they go right to commercial after the video package, and then we go right into the ring for Drago Cuerno.
Okay, so they must do that after.
And the referee in this match is the chunky referee.
Yeah, Marty Elias. Yeah. So we get Drago coming out, and he has that crazy when he spits the tongue.
Yeah, the tongue thing's creepy.
Gross. You get that, and then Cuerno comes out with this giant.
He's got full regalia.
Head. Yeah, so he comes out.
He's got a giant deer trophy on his head, buck trophy.
Yeah, and so they start that match out, and you can see Cuerno is definitely not at the peak of his powers.
Not yet. No.
He's definitely raw.
And this is, if anybody doesn't know, this is Santos Escobar.
Yeah, eventually he'll become Santos Escobar. Yeah. But yeah, he wasn't very smooth out there. He was making a few mistakes.
Yeah, first Drago
really show off. Yeah, no, it was a fine match. It wasn't anything crazy, but Drago gets to show off a little bit. And actually, I totally forgot that he gets the win there. He gets the upset win.
Yep, rolls him up.
Wasn't expecting that. So I forgot all about that.
Drago does his classic roll up where he spins around him and then hooks the leg. He does
it's kind of like a
lizard
twisting. Yeah. So gets the pin on King Cuerno, upsets him, beats him in his debut match. So that helps get Drago's momentum going. And then King Cuerno's kind of stuck there after the first week, but he'll get more chances.
Now we go to Puma and Conan.
Okay, so Puma's working out, and Conan comes back and basically tells him to not get involved in the main event tonight.
Yep.
And to stay out of it. There's no reason to get involved in Mundo's business. So that's basically, and Puma doesn't ever say anything, which is the fun part about Puma.
Yeah, not right now. He doesn't say anything.
But knowing who he is, it's funny to see when they get the close-up shots of him. And just to see, you're like, oh, that's hilarious because you know what he's doing there. So he doesn't say anything. Conan tells him he better watch out. So we get to the main event, and it's Johnny Mundo taking on Big Rick.
He's got the cigar in his mouth.
Yeah. And we get Mundo really starts showing off his athleticism in this match.
Mundo comes out the heel side though.
Well, through the tunnel.
Yeah, through the tunnel.
Yeah, but I mean that's just because he comes out there to do his signature hair spot, which is hilarious. They even slow mo there in Lucha Underground.
That's his thing.
So you get the hair spot where he's doing the slow mo. Vampiro's talking about it.
Vampiro's amazing.
And by the way, during this whole show, Striker had some crazy comments throughout the show.
Yeah.
Like just some things that
That's what Striker does.
Like the one time when Evilise tells Sexy Scar to just shut your mouth.
He says
something like that.
It sounds like home.
Yeah, so that's what my home sounds like, or something like that. So he had a lot of crazy little comments like that in there on this episode, which kind of become a theme for him throughout the series. But so you get Mundo versus Rick.
Yeah, it's a classic Mundo Ezekiel Jackson match.
Early. Yeah, so he doesn't do much, but he gets some big shots in here and there. But Mundo really outperforms him, is just faster than him. He's starting to get the advantage. The match kind of starts slowing down, and we get a cut back to the back.
It was weird. They just cut back to the back. And obviously Striker and Vampiro don't have cameras. They can't see back there.
Yeah, so you get the crew laying out Puma.
Yep, Cisco and Cortez Castro.
Yeah, so you get them laying out Puma, taking him down. And then they go back to the ring, and they're still doing the match like normal. And then Mundo's getting ready to go up and hit the Starship Pain, and gets grabbed by one of them.
I think Cisco grabbed him.
I don't know which one grabbed him. Cortez, maybe, I don't know. Stop his momentum, and then they attack him, which causes the DQ.
Yep.
The Mundo gets the win by DQ over Big Rick. But they start beating down Mundo. Get a table in the ring, and Rick hits his finish on Mundo through the table and lays him out. It's kind of like a bookend without him going down kind of idea.
I think it's just
where he like goes under. No. It's like a side effect, but he doesn't fall to it. He just throws him.
Oh, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't grab his throat.
Okay.
He just like gets him up in that position and then throws him. Yeah, he doesn't actually grab the throat when he does that move. So throws him through the table, takes him out. And that's basically where that one is. Where this episode
they stand
ends.
tall over him. I think either Vampiro or Striker, they say that Mundo's like not gonna ever get up or something.
Yeah, So Mundo's taken out. The crew's standing tall. That's what Dario wanted them to do.
Yep, that's what they paid him
for. You're getting the crew. Yep, you're getting the crew looking super strong. So, which isn't a bad thing. They do a lot of good work at the beginning episodes of this. So, but you can see where they're starting to plant the seeds of who the big names are.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting Puma in pretty much every episode. Mundo in the main events and Big Rick. I mean, what they're doing in these first episodes is using that WWE star power to build up the show. So you got Big Rick, you got Johnny Mundo,
Chavo,
using Conan a lot, Chavo. You're using those guys, but then they're sprinkling in the lesser known luchadors here and there that are going to end up being the cornerstones of the company.
Yep.
So it's fun to see at the beginning how these guys start out, like Pentagon and Phoenix and Puma and all those guys that before they really take off.
Yeah, so. I forgot too that Cuerno lost his first match.
Yeah, I was shocked. I forgot all that happened. I forgot that he loses that first one, but they definitely were pushing Drago pretty hard early too. So
I mean, he's got such a cool look
because he didn't take the pin. But for sure. But you could tell where everyone stood because Penta takes the pin 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, they don't like him.
And until he starts doing the arm breaker gimmick, he really doesn't ever have any momentum going on at the beginning. Once he starts doing
He's done that a few times in WWE, but he doesn't do very much.
takes over. No, it's just not. It was a Lucha Underground thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just not a thing he was doing a lot. It just kind of became a thing in Lucha Underground. So, but yeah, decent show. Nothing crazy. Maybe just a little bit better than last week's, but there was more matches this week, so that was nice.
Yeah, usually they only do 3.
Less backstage, but yeah,
It was nice to
the
see
matches were all decent. I like the women's match.
Hey, I was gonna say it's nice. It was nice to see actual like just 2 women wrestle against each other instead of having Sexy fight one of the men or something.
Yeah, yeah. So you had that match. That was a good match. You had the Phoenix and Pentagon match, which is the best match so far through the first 4 episodes. And then you had the main event, which was Iswood.
I mean, you're not gonna get much out of Big Rick.
Drago.
He's doing his best.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, he's out there in shorts. I mean, what are we talking about here? And then you got, I think they're sweatpants shorts too.
Yeah, I think they're just sweatpants that he cut the bottoms or like to the knee.
Yeah. So let's be real. He's not really trying to out there go do anything crazy.
He's there for
But
the
then
picture.
you get that, and then you get the Drago King Cuerno match is fine. It never really gets out of that second gear.
Mm-hmm.
You get that quick little pin, which is fine. But you could tell that was a match that they
did.
It was just to get Cuerno in there.
They did 2 roll-ups in a
They
row.
didn't give it enough time. Yeah.
Sexy beat Evilise with the roll-up, and then
well, they cut it through with the Phoenix Spanish Fly.
Oh, right. That was in between that. Yeah.
That pin sucked, so they might as well just go with the roll-ups. So, but yeah, they had their best match so far. So, going hard on the lucha, the lower level lucha guys is where they really start making hay for themselves. So,
what do they tease for the next episode? It's episode 5 is titled Boyle Heights Street Fight.
Yeah, so they're gonna continue the Mundo and Big Rick story mostly. And we'll see where that goes. But yeah, they didn't do really much of anything to really talk about what's going to happen next week. They really ended it on.
Yeah, they kind of closed the episode with not like building the next episode. Usually, you want to at least give one match that's going to happen next week. But
yeah, but all in all, decent show.
Good episode.
It's going to start getting.
It'll ramp up here.
Crazy here pretty soon. So we're going to get to a point soon where we're going to get Aztec Warfare. Some of the staples are getting ready to get there here pretty soon.
Yeah, and they still haven't even announced their titles yet, so we'll get there too, and that'll be the good stuff.
But yeah, so we'll get that. We'll get the continuation of the Mundo and Rick and Puma story next week, and then obviously Chavo and
he's.
And then we didn't see. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying he's probably got something with Sexy Star.
Yeah, we didn't see Chavo. We didn't see Mil Muertes this week, so we'll see what happens next week with those guys. They're kind of they're rotating through. They only got an hour show, so they're trying to rotate through the talent right now to try to introduce everybody. So So we'll see where that goes from here, but yeah, so far all the shows have been decent, not anything amazing so far. But that's what you expect when the show first starts. So, but definitely they're on the right track with the Phoenix Pentagon Junior match. So we'll see how next week goes.
Yes, we will. And that has been our recap of Season 1, Episode 4 of Lucha Underground, Thrill of the Hunt. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave it a like, leave a follow on Spotify, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. And we will see you in the next Wrestling Rewind. Welcome back to the Temple with Lucha Underground in the next one.
Peace.